Hi, this is Jim Musser with Upstream Ministries, and this is episode 55 on Views from Downstream. And for the next few episodes, I want to focus on assumptions that are made about our kids' spiritual lives and how they grow and mature. And it will not surprise you if you've known me at all or listened to any of these uh, episodes that one main assumption that both parents and church leaders make is that if we can just get kids involved in the children's ministry and the youth ministry, that they will grow, they will mature, they will be fine spiritually. And there's a lot of churches that believe that. There are a lot of parents that have been persuaded by that. Again, the church is perhaps guilty of promoting this assumption because they have often used it as a recruiting tool for families. Hey, we have got great children's programs, youth programs. Bring your family, bring your kids, and we'll take care of them. And it really, again, ignores the biblical mandate for parents to raise their kids spiritually, that they're to be the main spiritual influencer in kids' lives, and the church is to take a supporting role, but not a upfront role in that. And so the assumption is wrong in the sense if we're not doing it, raising our kids spiritually in the way that the Bible instructs us to, the way God intended it to, then it's not going to work out that well. And again, I've cited the statistic of 50 to anywhere from 50 to 80% of young people who have grown up in Christian homes, grown up in churches, leave the faith after they graduate from high school. And this is no coincidence because I think it basically means that we are not raising our kids the way the Bible directs us to. And parents have contracted out to churches the role of raising their kids spiritually, and churches having, in essence, encouraged parents to abdicate their biblical role in raising their kids spiritually in favor of getting those kids to participate in children's ministries and youth groups. And so this is an assumption that needs to be cast aside because you are, as a parent, taking your kids to church and putting them in those youth programs does not guarantee anything in terms of their spiritual growth and maturity. In fact, the statistics, as I've cited earlier, would lend itself for us to believe that it really doesn't work. And so if we keep assuming that this works this way, then we're going to keep making the same mistake. And we don't want to continue to do that. We really want to change. And the way that we change, both for the church and for the parents, is to both realize the role of parents is the key role in raising kids spiritually. That the church needs to move away from so much emphasis on children's programs and youth programs to more on how do we disciple and train up parents to disciple their own kids. And parents need to understand that regardless of how busy they are, regardless of how little they think they know about following Jesus and being his disciple, that their role is still to raise their kids spiritually, to disciple them as they are growing up. There's no way around that. And so we need to discard this assumption that children and youth thrive the best when they're involved solely in children's programs and youth programs. That is something that is definitely proven does not work well in general for most kids, and there's no doubt why, because it's not the way God set it up. And so I just want to leave that there. And Wednesday, we'll talk about another assumption that churches make. All right. See you soon. Take care.